asked about our opinion about Tiger great Gary Sheffield.
I have some pretty strong feelings about it.
Yeah, yeah,
you guys go ahead.
Unbelievable power. Defensively, it was rough to watch. In the Hall of Fame, the numbers would indicate that. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I lean toward in. I do. I think he had the offensive production. He was a force in his time. You know, he was the Jim Rice. He was feared, right? Yeah. they always made fun of Jim Rice because people would say he was feared. He was in the Hall of Fame only because of that. And again, this will always be something we can talk about every year. If the Harold Baines is the line, Sheffield is a drop dead certain Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But if you take out Harold Baines, then you got a little bit of a debate. But I would think I would still lean toward letting him in.
You hit 330. You have 184 hits, and you have 33 home runs and 100 RBIs, okay? And that's great. But then the guy who wins, you have a 6.2 WAR. That's awesome. You finish third in the MVP voting behind Terry Pendleton. Terry effing Pendleton, who had a good year, 199 hits. No take. I'm not taking away from that. He also hit 311. But, I mean, Sheffield had a little more power because Pendleton hit 21 home runs. But Barry Bonds was the MVP. And, of course, that makes a lot of sense because he led the league in everything. He led the league in walks. He had 39 stolen bases. He had 127 walks. Batted 311. OPS of 311, 456. Slugging of 624 and OPS of over 1,000. Imagine that. That was one of his best years of his career, and it still was enough because, I mean, this is a pre-steroid Barry Bonds or whatever you want to believe on that.
I feel like Gary Sheffield should have been in the Hall of Fame already. You know, Kevin Goldstein, who we had on the show a couple times, he's kind of got this this view of the Hall of Fame that it should be for famous players. It's the Hall of Famous Players. These are famous people. You know, some of that you do that, you're going to end up with a whole bunch of Yankees and stuff. But Gary Sheffield was one of the absolutely most feared offensive players in baseball for a long time, from the early 90s up until like the mid 2000s. Nobody wanted. I think he walked more than he struck out in his career with that crazy bat speed. He won a batting title and has 500 home runs. There's only 7, 8 guys who have done that. Just like Miguel Cabrera and Henry Aaron, and you know, it's a really rare feat to have that power and that batting average. So I think he's one of the best offensive players of all time. I think it's a career 140 OPS plus for a career, 40% better than average offensive player. The main problem is he was a terrible defender. But even I look at him and go, okay, all right, then just pretend he's a DH. He still should be in. I think he's got better offensive numbers than David Ortiz, so I'm fine with it.